Listen carefully. There are moments when the sky turns silent and something ancient stirs beneath the surface of time. October 21st, 2025 is one of those moments. A new moon will rise, not with light, but with invitation. The darkness itself becomes a doorway. Those who are awake enough to sense it will feel the subtle shift in their breath, their thoughts, their pulse. It is the opening of a portal, one that calls the chosen ones to align, reset, and return to their inner center. In the teachings of the Shaolin Temple, stillness is not emptiness, it is preparation. The seed cannot grow without the darkness of the soil. In the same way, your greatest transformation will always begin in silence. This new moon is not about performing rituals under the night sky. It is about what you dare to refine within. Through this journey, I will reveal 8 miracles hidden within this lunar gateway, truths that most overlook. These are not the miracles of chance, but the miracles of mastery. Lessons drawn from Shaolin discipline, ancient lunar wisdom, and the quiet science of energy. You will understand why this particular alignment has been spoken of in secret calendars, how it connects body, breath, and destiny, and how your readiness determines what the portal offers you. Stay until the end, because the final insight will show you how to activate these forces consciously, so you no longer wait for miracles, you become one. I am Shi Heng Yi, guiding you through the wisdom of movement, mind, and stillness. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, where ancient mastery meets the present moment. If you seek clarity, strength, and awakening, join us on this path. Subscribe now and let us begin the journey together. There is a saying in the temple, where the mind goes, energy follows. It sounds simple, but within those few words lies the secret to transformation. During moments like this new moon portal, the universe grows quiet. The energy is fine, delicate, almost transparent. In such subtle times, your attention becomes the brush that paints reality. What you focus on now will begin to take shape in the days ahead. When I was still a young disciple, my master gave me a single task. He told me to stand before a candle and keep my gaze on the flame until the wax was gone. It sounded easy, but within minutes, my mind wandered. I thought of food, training, the sound of footsteps in the hall. Again and again, he found me drifting. Only after many days did I realize he was not testing my eyes, he was testing my presence. Every time the mind escapes, energy escapes with it. This is the same lesson I offer you now. The first miracle of this portal is not something you find, it is something you reclaim. Your attention. The world will try to scatter it with noise, news, and endless movement. But mastery begins the moment you gather that scattered energy and bring it home. Tonight, practice this. Sit quietly, no candles, no music, simply notice where your thoughts go. When they drift toward the past, gently bring them back. When they rush toward the future, return again. Each time you do, you train the muscle of awareness. Slowly, your focus becomes still like water. And in that stillness, power begins to rise. Not loud, not dramatic, but steady and unshakable. This is how a Shaolin cultivates inner strength. One breath, one return, one moment of pure attention. There's a strange beauty in emptiness. Most people fear it. They rush to fill silence with sound, space with movement, darkness with distraction. Yet in the teachings of the old masters, the void is not absence. It is potential. It is the place where all things begin. During the new moon, the sky offers no reflection. The world seems to hold its breath. This is not a mistake of nature. It is a reminder. The darkness is fertile ground, the unseen soil where new life waits. In this quiet moment, the universe whispers to those who have the patience to listen. In Shaolin practice, even in the heat of combat, there is stillness. Between one breath and the next, between one strike and the next, there is a space, a pause. It is within that space that mastery is born. The fighter who cannot find stillness inside movement will exhaust himself. The seeker who cannot rest in the void will miss the lesson of the night. To embrace the stillness of the void is to trust the unknown. It means setting down the need to control every moment, to fix, to plan, to do. When you pause the endless doing, a deeper rhythm reveals itself. The breath slows, the body softens, the heart listens. Tonight, when the sky turns dark, do nothing, not as avoidance, but as an act of reverence. Sit in the quiet and feel how life continues without your interference. In that silence, you begin to sense a power far greater than effort, the quiet intelligence that guides all creation. And as you surrender into that fertile emptiness, you realize the truth the Shaolin have known for centuries: the void is not the end, it is the beginning of everything. Freedom. It is a word that everyone desires, yet few truly understand. Many believe it means doing whatever one wishes, following every feeling, every impulse. But the ancients knew a deeper truth. Freedom without discipline is only another form of bondage. It is the mind chasing pleasure and fleeing discomfort, never at rest, never whole. In the Shaolin path, discipline is not punishment, it is alignment. It is the steady rhythm that allows energy to flow without waste. A master once said, "The river is free only because its banks hold it. Without those boundaries, it becomes a swamp, losing direction and power." So it is with the human spirit. As this new moon portal opens, its energy is pure but unstable. It invites creation, but chaos can also slip through. To walk through consciously, you must meet it with structure, with intention. Discipline becomes your bridge between potential and manifestation. You do not need grand rituals. Begin small, precise, deliberate. At dawn, stand still for 1 minute before you move. Feel your breath expand through your spine. At night, before sleep, place your hand on your heart and recount one action that showed integrity. In between, carry one simple vow: I will act with awareness. These are not rules to restrict you. They are frameworks to free you. The moment you choose rhythm over reaction, you gain mastery. Slowly life begins to move with you, not against you. When your body, mind and energy align, chaos dissolves into clarity. You no longer drift with emotion, you direct it. You no longer wait for peace, you live within it. This is the paradox of the Shaolin way. Only through discipline does one become truly free. The portal is open, but only the disciplined can step through with grace. The body is the temple of awareness. Every thought, every emotion, every glimpse of clarity begins here within muscle, breath, and bone. The Shaolin masters teach that the body is not separate from the mind. It is the doorway to it. To discipline the body is to calm the mind. To neglect the body is to scatter awareness like dust in the wind. In times when energy shifts, like under this new moon portal, the body becomes even more sensitive. It catches what the mind cannot yet name. A slight heaviness in the chest, a quiet pull in the belly, a tingling at the crown, all are messages. The wise do not ignore them. They listen. The body speaks in sensations, and through those sensations, spirit whispers. There is an old Shaolin story of a student who struggled with meditation. His thoughts would not still. The master told him, "Stop chasing the mind, follow the breath instead." For months, the student did nothing but breathe with awareness. One day, in the rhythm of inhale and exhale, silence opened. He understood the mind is anchored through the body, not against it. Tonight, as the darkness of the moon deepens, try this simple practice. Stand or sit quietly. Feel your feet touching the ground. The weight, the warmth, the support beneath you. Let your attention travel upward through your spine. Notice your shoulders, your breath, the subtle expansion and release. You are not thinking awareness, you are feeling it. Stay here a moment longer than comfort allows. In this still attention, the mind begins to settle, the heart steadies, the inner world clears. This is how a Shaolin enters the void. Not by escaping the body, but by dwelling fully within it, until the body itself becomes the anchor of peace. The night sky holds a secret. In the absence of the moon's glow, the darkness becomes fertile, like rich soil waiting for a seed. The ancients understood this. The new moon is not simply a calendar marker. It is a moment of creation, of potential, of beginnings that cannot yet be seen. It asks for deliberate action, for inner alignment before outward manifestation. Long ago, a student came seeking guidance. He said, "I wish for courage, for clarity, for change." The master listened, then spoke quietly. Wishes scatter like leaves in the wind. Plant intentions instead, and tend them with care. The lesson was clear. True transformation does not arrive from longing alone. It arrives from a mind and heart aligned, from energy directed with precision. Tonight, as the portal of this new moon opens, the principle is the same. This is the perfect moment to plant your own intentions in the lunar soil, not as fleeting desires, not as scattered hopes, but as deliberate seeds of your inner world. What you cultivate within now shapes what rises outside in the coming days. Begin by finding stillness. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and sense the quiet darkness around and within you. Then, speak or hold in thought one powerful intention. Let it be clear, strong, and simple. Perhaps it is discipline, clarity, courage, or alignment with your higher path. Feel the intention settle in your chest, expand through your spine, root into your feet. Anchor it with calm certainty. This is no hurried wish. It is a quiet declaration that your inner world is ready to meet the outer. Return to this intention in the coming days, like watering a seed. Nourish it with attention, awareness, and purposeful action. In this way, the lunar void is transformed into a garden of growth, and you step closer to mastery, not by waiting for the world to grant it, but by planting the ground where your own power can flourish. There is a way of moving through life that is neither rigid nor chaotic. In the halls of the Shaolin temple, the warrior monk learns this balance from the first steps of training. He strikes with precision, yet his hands are soft. He listens with alertness, yet his mind remains calm. Strength is tempered by gentleness. Action is guided by stillness. During this new moon portal, the same principle applies. The energy is subtle, and those who approach it recklessly may be swept away by distraction or fear. Those who approach with only caution may miss the opening entirely. To walk through consciously requires a duality, the soft receptivity to sense what is offered, and the quiet strength to act when the moment calls. One without the other is incomplete. There's a story of a master teaching his students in the courtyard. A young disciple rushed forward, eager to show power, striking before he fully understood. Another held back, waiting too long, paralyzed by doubt. The master smiled and said, "The true warrior moves with the heart open and the body ready. Softness perceives, strength responds." The lesson is clear. Awareness and action are partners, not opposites. To embody this balance, begin with posture. Stand grounded, yet relaxed. Open your chest, soften your gaze, let the breath flow deep and steady. Let your mind remain alert to subtle currents, but restrain impulse. When the opportunity to act arises, move with clarity and purpose, decisive, disciplined, yet without forceful strain. This is the essence of the Shaolin way. The heart is soft to receive wisdom, the body strong to execute it. As you step into the portal, practice this duality, open to the subtle energies of the moon and prepare to respond with deliberate action. The balance of softness and strength will carry you through, turning awareness into mastery and potential into reality. There is a rhythm that moves through all things, quiet, unseen, yet relentless. The tides rise and fall, the seasons turn, and the moon traces its silent path across the sky. Ancient masters observed this and understood that human life is not separate from these cycles. The body, mind, and spirit all pulse with subtle rhythms that mirror the cosmos. During the new moon, the world slows in shadow. It is a time of resetting, a time to realign the inner compass. The Shaolin teach that mastery begins with attunement, noticing the small movements of the body, the pattern of thoughts, the cadence of breath, and harmonizing them with the larger currents of life. One who lives in rhythm moves with ease. One who resists rhythm encounters friction and exhaustion. A student once struggled with meditation and movement. He trained rigorously but felt scattered, impatient, disconnected. The master guided him to observe not just his practice, but his daily life, the rise of the sun, the quiet of evening, the pull of hunger, the flow of work and rest. Slowly he began to move in harmony with these cycles. Breath, body, mind, and energy aligned, and a quiet strength emerged, effortless, grounded, precise. Tonight, As this new moon portal opens, take note of your own rhythms. Align your micro rhythm, your posture, your daily actions, your breathing with the macro rhythm of the lunar cycle and the natural world. Sleep when the body calls, move when it asks, pause when the mind is restless. The universe is offering a subtle current. Those who follow it, rather than fight it, will find the portal easier to enter, the energies more potent, the insights clearer. When your inner rhythm syncs with the cosmic pulse, personal mastery is no longer a distant goal, it becomes a living experience. You move with the flow of life instead of against it, and the new moon's energy carries you gently yet powerfully toward your own transformation. True mastery is never solitary. In the quiet halls of the Shaolin temple, the greatest students are those who understand that skill, strength, and clarity are not for self-glory. Every strike, every breath, every moment of awareness is meant to harmonize with something greater, an energy that extends beyond the self. The new moon portal calls the chosen ones not only to awaken but to serve. Awakening that turns inward and remains private is incomplete. True alignment radiates outward. It touches the people, the world, the unseen currents that connect all life. The ancient masters taught that the highest form of discipline is generosity of spirit, to wield insight and skill in the service of others, without expectation, without ego. There is a story of a monk who spent years mastering his body and mind. One day a traveler came to him seeking guidance. The monk realized that all the years of solitude and discipline were incomplete until he offered what he had cultivated. By sharing his awareness, he multiplied its effect. The light of mastery is brightest when it illuminates the path for others. As you stand within this lunar portal, reflect on your own intentions, the miracles you cultivate within: clarity, focus, discipline, alignment, or seeds. Ask yourself, how can these seeds serve those around you? Perhaps it is a kind word, a careful action, a presence that steadies or inspires. Even small gestures, when rooted in inner mastery, ripple outward. Tonight, consider one way to let your awakening extend beyond yourself. Anchor it as part of your intention. This is the ultimate transformation, turning inward work into outward service, personal mastery into collective elevation. The portal is not merely an opening for your own growth. It is an invitation to become a beacon, to let the light you cultivate quietly guide others through their own darkness. The portal is before you, open yet delicate. It waits for those who have prepared, not with haste or noise, but with quiet presence. The seeds of intention you planted, the discipline you cultivated, the awareness rooted in body and breath, all converge here. This is the threshold where inner work meets outer possibility. Long ago, a master spoke to his students before the dawn. He said, "The door opens for all, but only those who step with attention will walk through." Some waited, hesitant, thinking the moment would last forever. Others rushed, unready, and stumbled back into distraction. The truth is simple: the portal is fleeting, yet its effects ripple far beyond the moment. Your choice now shapes what follows. To enter consciously, begin with stillness. Sit or stand grounded. Feel the weight of your body, the rise and fall of your breath. Let your awareness sweep through your posture, your energy, your mind, until everything aligns. Then, make a quiet statement of intention, not as wishful thinking, but as declaration. I step fully into this moment. I am ready. Extend your hands softly, as if to receive something unseen. Imagine the subtle energy of the new moon flowing into your body, filling the spaces you have opened through discipline, awareness, and surrender. Let it move through your chest, your arms, your feet, anchoring your intentions into your being. Breathe deliberately, deeply, feeling the pulse of alignment between your inner rhythm and the quiet rhythm of the cosmos. Pause long enough to notice the shift, the subtle expansion of presence, the still clarity that arises when preparation meets opportunity. This is how the masters teach, walking through the portal not as a leap of chance, but as a deliberate, conscious step. You carry the miracles you have cultivated within you, now poised to manifest them in harmony with the world. The door is open. Step with awareness. and let the energy of the moon guide your path. As the portal of this new moon gently opens, remember the path you have walked through in this moment. Attention that anchors power, stillness that reveals depth, discipline that frees, awareness grounded in the body, intentions planted in fertile darkness, the balanced warrior within, rhythms aligned with the cosmos, and the service that extends your mastery outward. Each of these 8 miracles is a seed, waiting to grow within you. This is a high-frequency time. It does not wait for hesitation. Being chosen is not a gift given, it is a call to rise, to act, to embody what you have cultivated. The portal invites you to step forward consciously, carrying the lessons you have gathered and letting them guide every breath, every choice, every movement. Take these principles into your daily life. Begin small. Notice where your attention drifts. Breathe with awareness, act with intention, and offer your presence in service to others. Each moment becomes a practice, each action a continuation of mastery. Accept the silent portal. Let the 8 miracles seed your inner work, then move deliberately and calmly into the life that is ready to meet your awakening. Your mastery is dawning, quiet but unstoppable, like the first light preparing to rise behind the new moon's shadow. If you feel called to continue this path of inner mastery and ancient wisdom, join us here at Shaolin Soulfire. Like this video, subscribe, and step forward with us into the quiet power of presence and purpose.